All I think you want in a leader is honesty.
But he's been caught like lying multiple times about his. But I mean, about his history. He lied about his military stuff. I was just asking you.
Making the argument of honesty again, and that was what we ran into, was that he's kind and that he's honest. And we'll jump into the kind. I know I keep bringing that up. We'll jump into the kindness in just a second, but the honesty part. You bring up just a couple examples of him being dishonest. I brought up the inflation being transitory. You know, them lying to the American people, saying that. I mean, there's a billion examples. Sorry, finish what you're saying.
I was gonna say I was stunned that he said honesty, so I was like what? I was a little shocked there. And when I was talking about the war, I was talking about like how he said that. Well, you put them up on the screen. Go ahead. Did they pop up yet?
Yeah. They popped up. Yeah, the two ones of like the feeling arguments. You know, we were kind of ready to have some people say, "Oh, I like what he's doing here," but really they didn't have any of that. It was just how the media and the machine has made them feel so far. That's all that's what most people explain to us, is how the media machine has made them feel about Joe Biden. But here you are calling him out.
Caught like lying multiple times about his. But I mean, about his history. He lied about his military stuff. I was just asking you.
Talk to me about how bad Joe Biden is. I'm gonna walk.
No. I'm just asking you. Like he has been known to do that. That doesn't bother you at all?
I don't know if him ever lying about his military history. I know his son went to war. I don't know if any other son that went to war. So like you can nitpick the guy to hell. My point and like our point is that we think he's an honest guy, and he brings some integrity back to the Oval Office, and I think that's all we want.
Wait, do you mind? We are having so much trouble trying to get these people to stay with us. This was the first guy that talked to us in the day. Just to provide some context, this is the first guy that talked to us about giving an A+, and we're so excited to talk to him. And he says he's honest. Lisa gives two examples of him being dishonest. If you challenge what I just said, I'm going to walk away. At that point, we're just like, oh, geez, it's going to be one of these days, isn't it?
And I started backing up, and I'm like, and then I'm trying to be really nice. And everybody like, I think when you put the video first out on Twitter, I do a lot of Twitter spaces, and the people were commenting on them like, Lisa, I think this is a psyop. This isn't her. She's usually like tearing people apart. And I'm like, you couldn't, because then we would have no video. Like I had to be nice to these people so they would stay and talk to us. It was awful.
Welcome to my world, Lisa.
It's so bad.
And I'm so glad you brought that up. Because that's hilarious. Like, yeah, it's AI. It's just not even. It's not Lisa. She's not beating these people up. No, I'm just kidding. Right. But it's interesting, isn't it? Seeing how when we go out there and we're talking to people, the goal is to get a diverse conversation going, and if you can get a little bit, into it, that's great. But you're working. It's almost like pedal to the metal, but you can't go too far or else they run away and the conversation collapses, right? So we have to do whatever we can to keep that maintained. And while I'm saying this, right here, this lady starts walking away from me right in front of us, because as soon as they hear any form of criticism, they all wanted to run away. And we had a job to do, which was get some conversations.